Milton Keynes. Exciting. Modern. The roads are built in a grid system. This man lives in a big red garage. Milton Keynes. City of sideburns. More sideburns. Did I mention the grid system? Yes, MK is okay. And it's also home to this.
Oh, hello!
What a match! What a performance!
This is brilliant. Who will be the winner?
Hello and welcome to On The Wire. We're here at the Unibet Masters at the Arena MK. We've had 8 games today, 16 of the best players in the world, and we've had some upset. But game of the day has got to go to Dave Chisnall. Over 106 average, 71% on those doubles. A brilliant display from Dave Chisnall. Biggest upset, Phil the Power Taylor's on his way home. Terry Jenkins, what a great game. He was always going to be a tough one. Terry Jenkins had a great run last year. And our man Dave Allen caught up with Terry.
In the practice room tonight, I was bashing everything in there, and I got up there and I seemed to struggle. It is. I don't know. I know I just beat Phil Taylor, but in a way, I'm happy with that. But I am disappointed with the way I played myself.
Yeah. But it was job done. You got to 10 legs first, and you're through to the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Just hope I can relax and start getting into the game a bit.
Well, reigning world champion Gary Anderson was on display this evening against Andy Hamilton. And he come through a good hard-fought battle. We thought perhaps it was going to be a bad honeymoon period for Gary Anderson, but it wasn't. And Dave Allen had a word with Gary as well.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence was high, but I've been, I reckon the last 4 or 5 days I've been panicking big time, you know. Wanted to turn up and play at least well. Never done that, but I pinched the game with Andy because Andy kind of struggled a bit there. So happy with that. The
world number 1 Michael van Gerwen was on display late on this evening. Not the best time to play, I have to say, but it was a convincing win over Wes Newton. And the reigning champion James Wade up against the person he beat in the final in Edinburgh last year, Mervyn King. A convincing win for Wade, and Dave caught up with him as well.
You know, I'm happy to still be in it. You know, I'm reigning champion for 2 months and 1 day now. I'm flying, I'm enjoying it, everything's good.
Keep finishing like that, you could be reigning champion for another 12 months as well.
I think my finishing and scoring's got to be a little bit better.
4 ton-plus finishes came at big times as well to keep him at bay.
Yeah, I mean the first 2 finishes, 115, 130 I think it was, you know. Merv wasn't confident tonight. I could sort of like read that in his body language, and when I hit those first 2 finishes it just seemed to, you know, rock him a little bit. So, you know, I think it was because those first 2 finishes I won the game.
Well, next up, a chat with the walk-on girls, Daniella and Charlotte. What do you mean? I thought I was going to interview them. Why don't I get that job? Aren't I the kingpin tonight? And Max had done it. Okay. Oh. Well, the Maxter, the lucky bloke, he had a word with them.
This is all of our first times. We've done the last couple of matches, so we're quite au fait with the situation. What's your first impression of this brand new venue, bearing in mind you're our senior walk-on girl, Daniella?
I love the venue. It's a really good venue. The lights are amazing in the atmosphere. The crowd are a little bit quiet. I think they're just getting warmed up now after the first few games, so hopefully they'll get a bit more rowdy later on.
Charlotte, you're our new girl, but you're not technically our new girl because you've done this before. You was working with us in Minehead, so you're fully aware of it all. Now, you're slowly becoming one of the faces of PDC walk-on girls. What's your impression of our brand new venue?
It's really good. Yeah, again, it looks really nice. I'd say again, it's a bit quieter than Minehead was, but hopefully later on it will get a bit busier. But yeah, it's good.
Well, so we quite like it here. Now, you're going to see a lot more of this venue over the next couple of days here on The Wire. But what we need to know now, and the most important question is, have you found a decent place to go and eat?
Nandos.
Nandos.
Well, it looks like Nandos is the winner. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by them at all. Have you got that Nandos ready?
Well, we're down to the quarter-finals, and I've been joined by Ed Nicholson of Unibet to go over the odds. Now, Ed, with Phil Taylor going out, he was 3rd favourite. Has that affected the top favourites, and certainly as it slashed the odds on Terry Jenkins?
Yeah, it's taken 25% out of the book. He was 3-1, so obviously as a bookmaker we have to look at the odds and act accordingly. So now Michael van Gerwen is 9-5 favourite. Gary Anderson's 11-4, so he's coming a bit from the early odds of 3-1. Adrian Lewis is down to 11-2, and it's 9-1 bar those, which brings in James Wade. 11-1 Barney, and then 16 Peter Wright. So it's still quite open, actually. Yeah, you're quite right. Given that he was one of the favourites, it has really opened it up at the top of the market.
It certainly has, and obviously Unibet are doing loads of different markets. So we've got any specials you're doing for us?
Yeah, the 9-dart finish is my particular favourite. I know it's a favourite of yours as well. We were quite short, I must say. Even I thought it was short, at 1-3 before the tournament started, that there would be a 9-dart finish in the Unibet Masters. Given that we've had none, our odds makers have gone absolutely the other side now. We're 15-8. That there's going to be a 9-dart finish, and you know, given the quality we've got on parade in the semis and then the final, I reckon that's quite a good price. You were saying earlier on that, you know, they can score a 9-darter at any time. The other bet we've got is number of 180s. We started off quite conservative on 129 tournament 180s, and it did start quite slowly earlier on today, but it's really picked up momentum. The market has now changed. We're now betting on 132.5. 180. So if you think there's going to be more, you can bet on more than 132.5 180s, and we've seen a bit of a move for that already, I must say.
Well, certainly the market I like, and I'm always tipping people to do it, the 9-darter 15-8. I think you've got to have a piece of that. Well, that's the end of On The Wire for this first edition here at the Unibet Masters. But on Thursday, we've got this.
The biggest show in darts will soon be here. The Premier League. 10 elite players, 16 nights. On The Wire will be there at all of them. Except maybe Aberdeen, that's a long way away. So's Belfast, come to think of it. On The Wire will be there at some of them. Make sure you are too. On The Wire is sponsored by Laboratoire Chisnall Saint-Élonge. Air that's frizzy. Use some cheesy.
Oh, hello!
What a match! What a performance!
This is brilliant. Who will be the winner?